Hello everybody, Eaglefirefly Gaming here, and we're going to look at the Stellar Transmuter progress. See you in a mo. Hello everybody, welcome back to this next video. So it would appear that the Stellar Transmuter is almost nearing completion in the system of Vard. We're unsure what this device is going to be used for. Some are speculating that it's some kind of device or some kind of bridge, possibly a gate to another place, or possibly some kind of mining device which is going to mine the sun. Basically, I have absolutely no idea what this device is for, but the artwork is absolutely fantastic, and it does look like it's nearing completion now. And if you have a look at my previous videos, it does show remnants to the Triglavian Stellar Harvester, which the Amarians could be basically using this technology to their advantage and doing something that we're not too sure about yet. But as a size for this thing, a scale, I mean, this thing is absolutely enormous, and it looks like these are some kind of panels, maybe some kind of cooling device, which is shielding the actual drill or whatever this is going to be. But it does hold a gateway here to the sun, so one would presume that this is going to go into the sun to do something. Not quite sure what. If you are wondering what I'm using the 3D Space Mouse to go around and have a look at these things. I did pop in here yesterday, and these two rings weren't fully complete. There are some bits that are still being added, so it looks like this ring is being constructed together still, and maybe once this thing connects together, then these rings are complete. I have seen some communication that this device is going to be part of the faction warfare, basically the new faction warfare system, and it could be that these are going to be part of the HQ sites and some kind of basically some kind of way of capturing these. There must be some kind of advantage to having these, but we're just going to take a look inside. Something that's quite tricky to do with the mouse, but as you can see here, there's some kind of, it looks like a bit too far, some kind of drilling machine to me. So we can see some of the items inside that are powering up and that are modelled, but we can spin around and see what the point of view of this is towards the sun. But I think there's a door here. Look at that for a view. So there, this must pop up, and this will probably pop up and then fire itself down that way. So we'll just take a look around, a little bit of a tour. So there's the traditional Amarian symbols on the top there. Actually, that section there looks like it's part of the weapon. It almost looks like a railgun of some type. Basically, I am unsure what this thing is going to do, and I don't think anybody other than CCP knows what this is going to do. So if you have an idea of what you think this is, drop it in the comments. Let's have a conversation about what we think that this thing is going to do. But it is interesting, but the sheer scale of it is enormous. And if you've seen the recent cinematic from EVE Online, there is some ships here. So if we look here, this looks like some kind of shipyard here, which may be a ship maintenance array of some kind. There's one there, and there's one here with the number 3 on. I'm not too sure what the number 3 will mean, but I was expecting when I first saw these arrays before the actual array was built that we would see 1, 2 and 3, but we don't. We actually see a 3 and a 3, but there's no 2. which is very strange to me. Whether that's a coincidence or what, I'm not sure. But one thing to note in the video that is on the EVE Online YouTube channel is that there is a viewpoint from this area, this tower here, I think. So if we just go here and just have a look at this structure, this looks like a tower or command center of some sort, and then you can see the whole array from this kind of angle. And I've just thrown my mouse here, but there are some ships here that are of Amarian descendant in the movie, and in there lies a clue. I will play a clip if I can. We'll overlay it now, and if you can see here, so as we flick between the two, you can see that the Amarian ships are actually aligned to the array. Not a lot gives it away, but it looks like they are moving forwards, which would mean that they're aligning possibly down a gate. So it is possible that this device turns into a gate. Now we look at the array here and it's in the cross formation, but if you actually look closely, you can actually see connection points. So if I go here and have a look, while it does look like a solid structure, it is entirely possible that this thing will not be of a cross formation when it's active, but it will unfold into a gate. Now that would make sense to me if it did become a gate. If you can look down that cross section there, it would make sense to me if it was a gate because of the one that's in the Caldari space, and there isn't one in Amarian space. So maybe, just maybe, that these things are actually gates to another place, be it a fight back against the Triglavian invasion, or whether it's connection to the faction warfare areas. So this is the pretty much almost complete stellar transmuter. I'm very excited to see what this is going to bring into EVE Online. Now I love this kind of stuff. I am not ashamed to admit it, I am a story narrative junkie. I love story driven games, so this is really one for me, so I'm excited to see what's going to happen. And another interesting thing as well is this here, just before I close the video. Now these colours to me are very interesting. Now whether it is a coincidence or whether it means something, but that colour there and the reflections that are coming off there might be a bug or whatever, but if you look here, to me it looks very drifter, but that would be pretty cool if it does link to drifters. I don't think it will. I think this is purely going to be faction warfare, but I think that might just be a rendering error because it goes red, so it might be whatever's behind us there. What is behind us? Let's have a quick look. So it's the nebula and probably a reflection of all the items. So yeah, this is it. It looks pretty good now. You can go back into my previous cinematic, I'll link the card, and you can see the progress of this thing actually being built. But there is a couple of little Easter eggs in here which would indicate what it could be, but we're purely guessing at this point. But one thing I am going to say is congratulations to CCP for building this beautiful thing. It really shows off the artwork for the devs that do it, and some of this stuff doesn't get as much love as it should. So here we are. As you've noticed, probably we are pushing this kind of stuff a lot more. I'm finding some great work with this space mouse, and it just really gives that extra touch to the immersive world. So here we are, Stellar Transmuter, almost complete. And look at that down there, it looks like a target sight of a gun, doesn't it? Beautiful. So stay tuned, please subscribe. We're going to be covering this thing as it develops, and we'll be there when this thing is built, and we'll see what this thing actually does. One thing to note as well, the patch, or the big patch, is due to be released in, I think, November, and we should have some Easter eggs with the Halloween events as well, which are coming up really soon, which we'll have coverage for. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this viewpoint of the Stellar Transmuter. If you like some more of this stuff, then please hit me some comments below of the kind of things you would like to see, but we will be seeing this a lot. Thank you very much, and take care and stay safe.